Yeah, what it do, Niner Empire, TTC, YouTube. It's your boy Thizzle, aka the Thirsty Trash Talker. Just gonna do a rambling real fast. Talk a little about the Eagles game and a little small about the Bucs in a little bit. There was a whole lot that I wanted to say after that Niner victory against the Philadelphia Eagles when I did my post-game vid on Sunday, but I was just so excited and my mind was going everywhere. So I just said what needed to be said, and I figured, you know what, I'll just, if there's anything else that I want to say, I'll just say for, later on or whatever. That would be now. That was an epic win for the 49ers, and I'm still surprised the way we came back and won that game. Now, had this been a Joe Montana-led team or a Steve Young-led team, and the personnel that both those quarterbacks had back in the day, I could have seen this happening because back then, even when the Niners got down early, I always knew that we had the squad to fight our way back and take over the game. This one's different. That's not to say we don't have weapons. Well, we definitely don't have the weapons like we did back in the day, but we do have weapons. But, an Alex Smith-led team coming back from 20, that's just unheard of. I mean, he almost did it once a couple years ago against the Texans when Sean Hill actually started the game. We got down 24-0, and Sean Hill wasn't working, so Singletary put in Alex Smith, and then Alex Smith came off the bench and threw 3 TD passes to Vernon Davis and almost single-handedly brought the Niners back from the dead and almost won that game. But it was just amazing to see how this team is not only progressing, but hopefully, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but hopefully, including Alex Smith, they did some growing up. Defensively, we still giving up the big plays, which is a problem. But the defense still made the plays when they needed to, creating turnovers, and did a really good job when it came to the red zone. I believe the Eagles got in the red zone 7 times, and they only got 2 touchdowns. So credit to the defense stepping up when it needed to. And the offensive line, I thought for the most part, did an excellent job. There were a few slip-ups here, especially with Anthony Davis, who was guarding Jason Babin. Jason Babin had 3 sacks for the Eagles. But other than that, for the most part, I thought the O-line did a great job. Alex Smith, first, it was definitely a tale of 2 halves. First half didn't do nothing special, had a fumble. Second half, he just woke up. Jim Harbaugh said, you know what, we're just going to open it up and then just take it from there. And everything just started clicking. And there were a couple throws that Alex Smith made that I was like, whoa. Like when he scrambled to the right, and normally when I see him scramble out to the right, get close to the sidelines, and I see him throw it, I'm usually saying, you know what, he's probably going to throw it out of bounds. As long as he doesn't throw an interception, I ain't saying shit. But no, he went across his body before he went out of bounds and hit Kendall Hunter. And Kendall Hunter may had I believe a 44-yard gain on that. But I was shocked when he made that pass, because that's a pass that I would expect to see from like Joe Montana, and making it happen. But needless to say, Alex Smith, he was perfect in the third quarter, and he seriously manned up. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Alex Smith. If you're not sold on him, fine. But you got to give credit where credit's due. And for him to sack up and to help, he wasn't the main reason why the Niners came back and won, but he was part of the reason. And, I mean, he manned up. He was hitting his receivers. He was making great decisions in the second half. You got to give props, whether you believe he's the answer or not. And I'm sticking to my guns. And I know it's only the 4th game of the season, but so far this year, He's not losing us games. He's only turned the ball over twice. Interception against the Cowboys and that fumble against the Eagles in the first half. You know, yeah, he only has 4 TD passes. He doesn't have that many passing yards. And hey, not a sexy quarterback, but as long as the Niners keep winning, we're 3-1 right now. And so far, until proven otherwise, until he starts regressing, I'm not complaining, hands down. Because at the end of the day, what matters to me is getting a W. And 3 out of the 4 games we played this year, we've done that. So I'm not complaining. But overall, that was, a great victory for the 49ers. And hopefully it'll do something to, I'm pretty sure it'll do something to boost their confidence. It's definitely going to make them better as a team. So, nothing else to do but, just move on. We got the Buccaneers coming into town, week 5. They're 3-1 as well. And this is going to be key. I mean, how are the 49ers going to respond after having such a big emotional victory against the Eagles? I mean, are we going to show up to play, or are we going to be punch drunk? And we also got to remember that we played the Bucs last year in San Francisco. I was at that game, and they shut us out, 21-0. Now, of course, Singletary was at the helm, and the problem with that game was we kept running the ball. And we kept doing shit that wasn't working. So, I'm just hoping that, we show up to play this Sunday. It's not going to be an easy game. They got a nice quarterback, Josh Freeman. LeGarrette Blount looked like he's having another decent season so far. And they got a speed receiver in Mike Williams. So it's going to be an interesting game. This is going to be another good test for the 49ers to see not only where we stand, but how we respond after that big win against the Eagles. And I said it after the Cincinnati Bengal game that the next 3 games, Eagles, Buccaneers, and then the Detroit Lions after the Buccaneers. Those 3 games right there, is going to be really key for us, and it's going to be a nice measuring stick to see, where we stand, going into bye week for week 7. So it should be an interesting game. It could go either way. Niners, we can win this game. I can give you reason that the Bucs can win the game too. But if the Niners, I think what we have to do is the O-line has to keep it up, keep up the good work. Alex Smith has to keep managing the game like he has. And not turn the ball over. And the defense, I'm not so much worried about the defense except for the fact that we're giving up too many damn big plays. And if the defense holds up its end and the offense makes stuff happen, then there's no reason why we can't win this game. But it's going to be interesting because Tampa Bay is definitely a team not to be taken lightly. So other than that, that's pretty much all I got. I'm not going to do any more videos for the week. And just so y'all know, because I know y'all used to me doing a post-game video right after the game, because y'all know me, win or lose, I like to get it out the way, especially, if we lose, just get it out the way and that's it. But I'm not gonna do a post-game video after the Niner Buck game because I'm going to be in Reno for a few days, hang out there, check out the Italian festival, check out some football games up there, both pro, both college, and just have a good time. So those of you that are, that usually wait for my post-game vids or whatever, I'll get it to y'all guys probably Monday at the earliest. So until then, that's it for me now. You guys have a great week. Have a good rest of the week and have a great weekend. Cheers to the Niner Empire. We're 3-1 so far. We're looking good, but it's important we don't get complacent. We still got a lot of work to do, and we're still growing as a team. You know, I don't want y'all to think that I'm sitting here getting giddy after this big win. Yes, it was a big win, and I'm very proud of it, but trust me, I've had big wins like this before in the past. So, I've had bigger wins than this. I will add this, though, before I get up out of here. No, I'm sorry, I got distracted for a second. I will say this. I've been doing this YouTube thing. This is my 4th season, and hands down, this is the biggest victory that I can safely say that the Niner Empire here on YouTube can really, really, really gloat about. Because, I've been doing this for 4 years, beat the Cardinals, beat the Seahawks, beat the Rams, and maybe like some few other teams. But the Niner Empire, since doing this YouTube thing, we have not had that signature victory. Up until Sunday, and it was good to finally get it. I thought I was going to get it a couple weeks ago against the Cowboys, but hey, it didn't happen, so it's 2 weeks late. Better late than never. It's really good to finally get a signature win that we can come up here on YouTube and just gloat about. So, yeah, that's it for me. Again, enjoy the rest of the week. Have a good weekend. And I'll see y'all when I get back from the biggest little city. So I'll give it to y'all next time. Late.